What's up, motherfuckers? Affectionately said, with a nice clear video from a 4G or whatever this is. Don't have a hat on today, you can see. Unintentionally got a buzz cut. Told the guy to cut it short. He took me serious about 2 weeks ago. Which is fine. So, did the hardest thing I'll do all day. Not that hard today, because I slept all weekend. I mean, literally, all weekend. I don't know how I do this. I think it's because I expend so much energy. With my 7 steps to become an unstoppable winner, which is mostly screaming like a fucking warrior, to have what Eric Thomas calls 120% beast mode, activated laser focus going into my calls. And once activated that week, I stay activated for the most part. So that's a lot of energy. A lot of energy. And I'm focused, so I think my metabolism's up. And so then I crash on the weekends. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Because it's hard as shit to get up and going again on Monday. Because my sleeping pattern's off. And after a couple days of sleeping all day, other than eating shitty food, and then I usually get into watching something pretty good on Netflix or something, you start to feel like shit. It's too much rest, or I don't know, man. So I'll iron that out. But today, I did my evening calls last night. I actually was up in the morning. I just didn't feel good. I think I might have stayed up all night. I can't remember. I ate in the morning. Whatever I eat, I fall asleep for at least 3 hours. Probably not eating the right things. I kind of knew better. What I eat, I don't even remember. I think it might have been at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I started watching Netflix. It just didn't, I wasn't feeling it. Didn't do my morning routine. So I slept a large part of the afternoon and I did my evening calls. Horrible. They were terrible. Because I kind of was just going through the motions. And now you don't realize it. I mean, I was trying. You just don't have that edge and you don't realize it till it's over. So I ate, I went to sleep around 10, maybe 10:30. And I managed to sleep most of the night. I was up and down, but I was able to always fall back asleep. I got up at about 4:50. And it wasn't that hard today because I'm overslept. But it's hard not to roll over and just say, you know what, fuck it today. It's hard. But I have goals. Eric Thomas. And my calls have not been that great the last I would say week and a half. I was on a roll, and then I got distracted, and I think I know by what. I'm about to go check it. It's one of two things or both. I started thinking I need to add another agent because I cut it down to one customer. And it's painful because I get paid, what's it, $1,300 a week flat. And then I think the way we're going to do it is bonuses. Based on how big the closing check is on the back end. Large bonuses. I mean, $1,500 to $5,000 bonuses on average. Or more. I haven't figured it out yet. And but I did good. I did good Wednesday night. I set a really good appointment that I think will turn into a listing. And Thursday night, I think I set a really good appointment. He canceled today, but I think I can get him back. Some of these people that cancel, I get back or she gets back. So I started thinking, because $1,300 a week sounds like a lot of money. That ain't a lot of money when you moved over to, I've been staying in hotels and motels for the last 3 years because I just haven't known for sure where I want to live. And I'm still debating it some. But I think if I had my druthers, it'd be South Beach. And I can't afford it right now. Maybe in a month or two. But I'm over in South Florida. I'm actually in Fort Lauderdale. And these motels are expensive. And it's almost, when you add it all up, it's $100 a day or more. Little more. And then I've been doing counseling to deal with the fucked up ways I think about things sometimes because of childhood trauma that I finally recognized was setting me back some. And that's really been helping. That's $200 a week. So there you go, $950. So $450 to eat. I got some monthly shit that comes out. Eric Thomas. Netflix. I think there's some other shit that tries to ding my account. And I think there's 4 pending, so I'm a minimal 30 days away from starting to get some of these bonus checks. And then all my problems go away. But what you can start to do is doubt yourself, because I had a plan. I said, you know what? For 90 days, I'm going to gut it out. If I can, excuse me. If I can, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to gut it out. Focus on this counseling. Focus on getting a system with my one customer. Ironing out all the things that always go wrong when you have too many people. And you don't have time to fix them like I used to do. It just don't add stress. And I went against that. And it's okay. And I tried to bring somebody on, and it was a complete and utter fucking waste of time. And set that person a bunch of appointments that are now probably being wasted. I might try to get some money for them. I doubt it. Once it fucks up, that's it. You lose the opportunity usually. And it looks like all the good appointments, because of luck, I wasn't trying it, all the good appointments went to him that week. So essentially, I think we were averaging 2 listings per week. And the ultimate goal is probably 3. I'm trying to figure out what's feasible with the amount of numbers, the amount of time the agent has, because it's not just getting the listings, they got to do all the shit it takes to sell them. So I think the goal is going to be 3 a week. She was already getting 2, and then my genius ass decides to add somebody. Because I got tired of fucking barely cutting it every week. Barely making it. I've gotten used to a certain lifestyle. I used to make a hell of a lot more than this per week. I never, mostly unless I was just fucked up or off, I didn't make below 2,000, so I took a fucking pay cut, short term. And I kind of got to watch my money. Oh, we'll move into an apartment. Where you get the fucking deposit from? I didn't save anything. I spent it all before. Nothing I can do about it now. And I had some ups and downs in business where the fucking it eats up all the money. Cook dinner. Where? Although for health reasons, I'm gonna go get a crock pot, I think. Just for health reasons. That way I can boil some chicken, which is good for you. It's better than eating this bullshit every night. It's just not good for you. So, don't get distracted. When you come up with a plan, and I do Eric Thomas's Breed University, execution coaching, basically. And there's a lot of shit on there, but the one thing I participate in so far, pretty consistently, is the accountability call, 6 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And you got to state your Q3 goal, which is July, August, September, and what you will do that day. To everybody. And they remember it. They remember you too, because I missed fucking around, moving rooms or something. I just trying to add that agent fucked my world up. It fucked my sleeping pattern up. It just set me on the wrong direction. But I straightened it out last Wednesday. Which sucks, is then you have Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know if I'm that excited about Friday calls. Because you got to go to Monday. I'm just not sold. If it's not the next day or the next 2 days, they're not serious usually. And canceled appointments are wasting a bunch of time. Mainly because she's not doing what I say. You got to do 1 or 2 things. Text them the day before. Get them to cancel early and try to fill the slot, which is still getting it fucking canceled, taking an hour away. There's only so many hours a week I'm going to do calls. or just go. And she's been doing something in between, going and then texting them 5 minutes before she's there, and they're fucking canceling. If you just show up, they got to meet with you. So I always just went. And I know I haven't had a lot of cancels like this before. It's because it's what she's doing. I got to convince her of that. Whatever. It's somewhat working. It's working pretty good. She's been on 24 actual completed appointments, closed 8, 4 pendings, and first 60 days of calls. That'll probably go to 12, and 20 of those appointments were probably legitimate. There's appointments I won't set anymore. So, I think going into the fourth quarter, I'll have a better opportunity because I am going to add somebody. I hope. Somewhere in the fourth quarter, I'm going to add an agent. I think I got my plan now how to do it and not get distracted. I think going into that quarter, now that I'm used to this accountability stuff, this accountability call, and looking at it as quarters, because I used to just look at everything as weekly. When you come up with a goal, you just stick to it. I deviated. And my goal was really just to have the counseling start working. That's all I cared about. And to survive financially. I didn't have any goals on the listing part of it. Going in. All I cared is I got my $1,300 a week to do the calls. Hopefully it worked out. And I progressed in my counseling. And I kind of haven't progressed. I need to take counseling where she's giving me exercises to do. But it's been kind of hit or miss, holidays and shit. So I need to make sure I do it weekly. And then I'm going to ask her to start giving me some actual homework, something written, and do that. Because things are kind of hopping all over, and then just stay in the one motel or hotel. I think I like the one I'm at. But sometimes that takes a while. Which means, starting September 1st, I'm probably going to commit to 90 days of living here. And then we'll see. I really want to get down to South Beach. It's quite a bit more expensive, but if I'm making $1,300 a week and an extra 5 to 9, I can bank all my closing checks and maybe move where I want. That's going to be the rub. Bank the closing checks, move where I want, or hire a caller. And it's debatable. You kind of got to be where you want. Kind of got to be where you want. But my quickest route to South Beach is making this shit, well, I could go either way. I could add a bunch of people fast and turn that $1,300 a week into like 5 or 6 or more grand a week, weekly money, which that's not stable money. You never know what motherfuckers are going to do. It's probably going to take 4 people to get one to consistently pay. It might take 10. I don't know. I don't know. See, these are the things you got to think about. Okay? But most of all, third quarter ain't over. It's like August 15th. I got 2 more weeks to finish my third quarter goal, which was to get 3 listings a week. Even if it's 1 week of 3, there's my goal. Did my counseling. And that's kind of been my problem. I set these goals like, go make 100 billion. And I believe I can, not on this business. Whatever I make on this business, the next thing that I put the money into, and I'm torn on what that should be, but I think I know what it is. Like, that shit sounds good. But then you go 90 days and you can't even live where you want. And you're like, what the fuck? Will I ever get there? It's good to have a vision. See, that's a vision. Vision and targets. And with my 7 steps to become an unstoppable winner, inspiration, motivation, clarity of target, decide to release the beast, to hunt, to kill. Act like act of God, Big Bang act. Be flexible when needed. And murder the fucking target. Metaphorically. The 7 steps require clarity. And that's what I've been missing the last couple weeks. And I think missing my counseling last week, although I straightened myself out, it looks like. And that's good. That tells me it's working. I never got off track completely last week. Like most weeks, something bad happens. It never really happened. Definitely with some distractions. Don't get distracted. It's going to be a process. The 7 steps. Inspiration's the vision. The rest of it's targets, and they're not goals, they're targets. I heard one other person say it recently on TikTok. Forget who it was. We're not setting goals, we're setting up targets, and we're fucking murdering them. And Eric Thomas says he's got 60 steps, I think, to get from where you're at to where you want to be. And I'm on step, at least watching the videos, of step 11 or 12. I've implemented step 1 and step 2. Set a target, put a timetable on it. 1 million in pending commissions by 7/17/22. 1 million in pending commission checks or bonus checks by 7/17/2022. Because that's basically when I wrote it down. That's the anniversary of my dad's death. And that's why I have to wrestle with these things. Because I have that goal. And I have to look and say, okay, how many agents do I need to get there? And it's probably going to be 4. And I don't have to add them all at once. I don't have to add them all at once. Because I could add like 5 or 6 in fucking January. And get there. There's a lot of ways to get there. So you got to see what's feasible. I'm not getting there with one person, it doesn't look like. Mainly because there's not enough hours in the day for her to do 250 deals this year. And it looks like commissions are coming down that realtors can charge, supposedly. I'm going to check. I'll figure it out. That's the perils of having one person. And mind you, the statistics I gave you were just FSBOs. I've been waiting to add in the expireds. What's today, Wednesday? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do expireds this morning. And I don't like the fucking dollar I'm using. We've got to test it out at some point. Got to test it out. Well, there we go. I think it's probably 6. Got to get on my accountability call. AM inspiration, dude. You don't have to go make $1 million. Go create a better life for yourself and others today. Even if it's just your family. Do your job, do it well. A little Bible here. Be faithful in the little things and God will give you more, essentially, is what it says. And there we go. That's speaking to me. I'm being faithful with the one person. God will give me more. Be faithful with your job, even if you fucking hate it. Do the best you can. Make things work. God will bring something better along when you're ready for it.